So why does our skin dry up in winter? Well, the reason is that wind, low humidity especially, and cold weather destroys and disrupts the skin barrier. So what you'll find is that you can actually see here, just as that skin barrier is broken, water just leaves the skin, and we call that transepidermal water loss. Also, it actually leaves the skin open to microbes and to bacteria. So our skin often feels quite itchy and dry. So what can we do about it? And I'm going to talk to you about what you can do from the inside. But if you really want to give your skin a boost, you need to consider including some superfoods. And I know I've only got a few minutes to talk, so I had to restrict this to 6. It was very hard for me to pick 6 superfoods. So, first one. Sounds boring? Sweet potato. Sweet potato. Sweet potato has the highest source of vitamin A. And vitamin A is the anti-aging vitamin. Vitamin A is responsible for that cellular turnover. So the speed that the cells move up through that epidermis is controlled and regulated by vitamin A. If you can't take sweet potato, I'll put other choices here. Other sources: pumpkin, carrots, and bell peppers, or any orange, deep orange vegetables and fruits will be high in beta-carotene, and your body will convert beta-carotene into a usable form of vitamin A. That's number 1. Number 2, spinach. I had to put this one in because spinach, of course, is full of antioxidants. And it also has high vitamin B, especially vitamin B6. B6 is a great hydrator for the skin. Number 3. Chose kiwi fruit. The reason I chose this, again, a very, very high source of vitamin C. Vitamin C is important for collagen and elastin in the dermis. Without vitamin C, your skin can't make collagen. So that bounce in the skin, the integrity of the skin is lost if you don't have vitamin C. So vitamin C, important to include in your diet. Also a great antioxidant, so it's still fighting free radicals, but it's got great properties in that you have to have it to actually make collagen. Another interesting fact about vitamin C is it's water soluble. So your body doesn't store it. So you need to have it available to your skin all the time so that it can keep making collagen. So making sure that you're having adequate amount of vitamin C every day is going to ensure that your skin can replenish its collagen. Number 4, I chose almonds. The reason is vitamin E and niacin. So vitamin E is wonderful for healing tissue. It is the healing vitamin. It helps soothe and soften skin. Niacin, which is vitamin B3, is a great anti-inflammatory. Number 5. I think everyone's got to pick this one, right? Salmon. Salmon, high in omega-3s. Again, if you know me, I'm always into fish oil. High in omega-3. Omega-3 is actually responsible for the skin barrier. And studies have shown that anyone who has chronic dry skin is often deficient in essential fatty acids and especially omega-3. So salmon to help protect that skin barrier. And then finally, number 6. I don't know if you can guess what it is. Yes, absolutely. Well done. Water, because water, it's an essential nutrient. You wouldn't be able to get any of those nutrients to the tissues without water. 50 to 65% of our body is water. So it is an essential nutrient, and really the only thing different between a grape and a raisin is water. So you need to try and drink 8 glasses of water a day. And I know in winter it does get difficult, so maybe even herbal teas and just sip those through the day, and trying to avoid caffeine.
Thank you very much, Audrey. We'll
You're
now
welcome.
move on to Mimi, who will go through with all of her wonderful bio-Pacific skincare range, which we use here at the college.
So let's talk about the skin. Now what I would like you to learn, this is an organ, what we're talking about. This is the perfect organ. This is my favorite skin chart. Why I find it the easiest to understand, because it's just so easy for me to explain to you, and also so easy for you to understand. Is only 1% of the population have a perfect skin. Like everything in life, we have 2 kinds of people. Lucky ones and not lucky ones. The lucky ones, they don't do anything. They don't even wash their face. They go to bed with the makeup on and whatever, they always look good. Because the skin is just functioning. They have a healthy organ. It's a beautiful organ which is functioning well. The not so lucky ones, doesn't matter what they do, the skin never looks good. So that's when we come into it to improve on the skin. So this is the lucky skin, this is the perfect skin. What that means is, Uri was talking to you about the dermis. This is the most important part of the skin. You see this crisscross is here. That's your collagen elastin tissues. Very confusing. Very confusing because everybody thinks collagen is an injection, but you have to go and have your face filled up with this whatever, and you look like Goldie Hawn or some of the movie stars. The lip is just about falling off. And this is where the world is confused. And this is why I'm having problem. And I have a mother bringing the acne client into my clinic, and I'm telling her this kid need to buy a collagen moist gel to hydrate the skin because the skin is so dehydrated. She looks at me like, what's wrong with you? I just read it in a Woman's Weekly. Or the movie stars having the collagen put into their lip. So what has it got to do with my kid? Because people are confused. People reading all the magazines. Every single issue gives them a different story. They're completely confused. They come to you, and this is where your knowledge has to be. You have to have an answer, because if you don't have an answer, you won't be able to tell them, advise them what to do, and make them to believe what you're going to do is going to work for them. Because the collagen elastin tissue working hand in hand in the dermis. Yes, we do need the vitamin C very badly, but also the lucky person who is having enough protein produced in the body. A group of protein, what I call mucopolysaccharides, which is stimulating this tissue, that's going to be making enough collagen. Collagen in plain English is equals to hydration. Because 75% of your cells is water, and collagen is responsible for it. So naturally, if you are going to have in the basal layer, see the dotted line there? That's where your cells bond daily. If you are going to start having enough collagen produced, you're going to start producing juicy plum for a cell. So naturally, when you're going to have a juicy plum for a cell, you're going to have a beautiful, healthy skin, because the cells are your building blocks, isn't it? If you don't have enough collagen produced, you're going to have prunes for the cells. And when you have prune for the cells, you're not going to have a very glamorous skin. So again, it's coming to lucky or unlucky. But what we can do, if we're using the right products, we can apply those products into the skin, which is going to help the skin to function properly, because you're getting the ingredients from the nature, and that's why it's going to work permanently. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. So, the collagen elastin tissue, here they are the cells born healthily, and Audrey was talking about the top surface, what you can see. Now, everything is happening underneath there, but we can only see the top. And what we have to learn, again, the lucky people, when the cell born into the basal layer, 28 days come to the surface, is supposed to fall off. And they are the lucky people. The unlucky ones, when the cell doesn't fall off, it stays there. And that's when you start accumulating dead cells, and that's when your skin starts looking tired and aged. The biggest crime happened in the beauty industry about 20 years ago when they started using exfoliating products which were acid-based, when they started stripping the skin off. And to me, it was the biggest crime because it's been abused, was overused, and people started taking layers of the skin which is giving them a very thin skin. Losing the protecting layer, see the same layer where your cells born, you have your melanin production. You see the black, the dotted line there? And this is why we had pigmentation become one of the biggest problems. Because the skin is thin, we're living on a very damaging climate, we're not using sun protection, and we're taking a lot of drugs. People start having pigmentation in such a young age these days, it's amazing. Because we put the kids on a birth control pill on a kindergarten, when they're in a kindergarten. So no wonder, when they start having the pigment problem, they come to you and say, I want you to get rid of this pigmentation. Look at these brown spots here. So when you are a beauty therapist, you also have to know everything else about the client, because again, what you have to remember, you don't have a magic jar of cream. You have to know what caused the problem, what's the background, what else is adding to the problem. Are you still with me? Mm-hmm. So to be able to make the skin functioning well, we have to go back to nature. That means the product, what we're using on the skin, is coming from the nature. And we make it every single week in a factory out at Logan. We are very lucky because we're living in a climate where we can grow most of the ingredients. And we're very lucky because we have a contract with the growers to have fresh aloe vera leaves delivered to the factory every Monday morning. What's different with aloe vera? I have to tell you again. Aloe vera became trendy about 25, 30 years ago when they realized, oh, aloe vera is a magic plant. It's cure everything. Now I think they're doing the same marketing with the Moroccan oil. Now everything is Moroccan oil. So marketing is the biggest confusing factor in life. So everybody went crazy with aloe vera. What we have to realize is 96 different aloe vera plants in the world. Aloe vera is a beautiful cactus plant, but there's only one, the queen of the aloe vera plants is the Aloe barbadensis miller, which we are very lucky to grow in Queensland. Only 3 countries where they're growing it is Florida, Mexico, and Queensland. Why it is special? Because that plant, when they're squeezing the juice out of those leaves, is give you all the therapeutic values what the skin needs. It's just about got the most important vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and enzymes. So this is the base what we use for a product. So instead of everybody else have the first ingredients on an ingredient list as water, aqua, we're using the Aloe barbadensis juice. And that's the base, and that's a carrier. Because the active enzymes in a juice is going to carry all the other ingredients into the deeper layer of the skin. And if you're going to read the brochure, I was very, very excited when every product in the range classed as a treatment product by TGA. TGA is our God, Therapeutic Goods Administration. If they're not proved their products to you, you can might as well close the shop. So being a treatment product means the product is penetrating deep enough, is going to deliver all the goodness to the skin, let the skin to sort out what I need and what I don't need, and keep looking after the skin with common sense. If I have a client who's walking in a clinic and said, look, I will buy the whole shop, but I still would not use it because I'm lazy. I only wanted to use the simple skincare. So if you are one of those, just cleanse, tone, and moisturize, but don't expect to look beautiful. Because what you put into it, that's what comes out of it. So, but if you just wanted to use a moisturizer, that's fine. But I think with us being in an industry, it's harder to to make people believe what we're saying is genuine, because they've been burnt, a lot of times confused. So I believe if you have the way to educate your clients about products, what they use, what the skin condition is, analyze the skin, you're going to have very happy clients. Because I don't know which part of the universe are you, which way you're heading. So I'm talking to you as a prospective therapist or a prospective future in a beauty industry. So I would like to give you about 15 minutes for questions, because I can sit here and talk to you, or I can stand here and talk to you about the skin until tomorrow morning, but I think we all wanted to go home at some stage. So thank you, girls. If you don't have any further questions, thank you very much for putting up with us tonight. And I hope to see you again somewhere, somehow, in a profession. I hope we're going to meet again. Thank you.